Catch me outside. How about that? What's up, guys? Alex Mitch here. What are we doing today?
We're gonna gap Alex's bag. We're both trying to get ready for tournament golf, but might as well take my glove off. I'm being caddy today here, and we're gonna go through Alex's bag. Got the yardage book. We're gonna take some notes. So, club gapping, as you may know, it's pretty much just figuring out how far each of your clubs go. It's nice to be able to do in a sim so that you can get some specific numbers, and I'll take notes in the yardage book. So when we're out on the course, we know exactly those numbers and what to do. So when we go through the numbers, me personally, I usually just look at carried number. Do you like total or what do you like?
I like to look at both. Actually, a couple things. On here, you're going to get launch angle, with different clubs. You're going to try to keep around 20 degrees. I like to look at backspin because I can also see what the golf ball is doing as well.
As far as notes go, round prep, if we're on a tournament, what numbers do you want to see?
I always look at side spin, and I always look at carry distance.
Okay. So you want me to put the side spin number on here?
Yeah, because that way I know if I'm hooking it or if I'm slicing it or what I'm doing with it.
Yeah.
Because right now we're comfortable and we're there's no pressure. We're just when you're on the golf course and then you hit a bad shot, how are you recovering? Well, you don't want to hit a shot 100%.
Yeah.
And so what is that 80% number?
Okay. So we're looking at carry distance on your stock swing, your 80% swing, is that what you want?
Yep.
Okay, and then side spin?
Side spin.
For both of those or just
for
stock?
both, yeah.
Okay.
No, just for stock.
Just for stock.
Yeah, because you can control a draw or a cut.
Sure.
And so I like to look at total distance as well, just to see how much of a rollout I'm getting.
Yeah, and obviously that changes, right? If you're playing a course that has super firm greens.
Correct.
If it's going to bounce a ton or if it's going to be super receptive.
Yep.
So, okay, so that's good to know. So,
am I able to roll the, in Florida, you're not really able to roll the ball up unless you're playing Seminole. There's there's a lot of forced carries, drives, you're going to have to carry the ball over bunkers and water. And so, but you play in Michigan, I feel like most of the courses are pretty straight and the rough is what's, the punishment.
Yeah. Your next tournament, you're playing in Arizona, right?
Yeah, Arizona in December. And so getting ready for that, same thing, bunch of forced carries with water and bunkers. But, now you're looking at temperatures and dew points and humidity, and what does that look like?
Yeah.
And so you're going to hit the ball, unless it's really cold, you're going to hit the ball further.
Yeah. With Arizona obviously being warmer than here, at least this time of year, do we want to change the sim to?
No.
You just want to keep it to
our
altitude here?
Yep. I like keeping it here, and then that's what a practice round's for. I'll get Bushnell. I get a Bushnell launch monitor, and so I'm able to go to there and be able to.
In your practice rounds and warm up, just see what that difference is from what we're about to do today.
From what we're about to do. Yep.
Okay. Sweet. Okay, well, I'm going to take notes. We'll put the graphics on as you're hitting.
Yep.
But yeah, let's go through the bag. Do you have a preference on how you go? Do you like to
I always start 60-degree up.
And you go straight up?
Straight up, yep.
Okay.
No.
I like to alternate sometimes. I like 60 to like a middle club.
Middle club.
And so it's not just like a constant progression.
Yeah.
But
I like doing that because you can get your number differences. For me.
Oh, so you can see immediately
what your gap is.
Yeah, I guess at the end we'll be able to go through and see them all. But yeah, we'll see that progression, and then hopefully, I know a lot of the softwares will do like the heat map.
Yep.
I don't know if you can see like over here. So I guess we can set it up to where it's like showing all of those, but for our purposes, we won't really mess around with the software for now. We'll just take our own notes and talk through it. And so
I always also use Mizuno RBX Tour And that way,
does
that's
that
what I
matter
play with. Yes.
on the sim?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Because that's what I play with.
Yeah.
And so, what is the actual versus feel?
Cool.
And
Right
then
on.
let me get a glove, and then we'll be ready to roll.
Okay, we'll go through the bag, start lowest club, and go through, hit them all.
Yeah. Thank you.
Then we'll reconvene and look at the numbers and strategize for on the course.
There's the draw.
Draw. So we'll put all these numbers up on the screen here, but to recap, there are a couple things you said I want to make note of. One is your 80% swing.
Yeah.
You talk about choking down.
Yeah.
So when we did your whole bag at 80% of your swing and then 100%. But that's not 80% swinging. That's what you imagine 80% distance.
Correct.
Okay, so you're choking down and still doing a full swing,
Correct.
but planning for 80%
Of the
roughly
distance.
of the distance.
Correct.
Okay.
And
you
so,
got your
if
full
you
swing.
tell me, hey, hit it 8%, I'm going to hit it a little bit smoother.
Okay. Cool.
It just could be a little bit smoother. And honestly, that might mean that it goes further.
But it's going to be half an inch or an inch further down the handle.
Yeah. Yep.
Cool. Other than that, I mean, there's a whole lot of numbers on here, but
That's good. I love that.
so we'll go through it all. But I mean, as far as the gapping goes,
Yeah.
these are my chicken scratch notes. We'll
Love it.
clean it up a lot more. But here you got your carry and your total.
Yep.
This is all your 80%. This is all your stock 100%
Yeah.
stuff. So, I mean, I think the gaps are really good. Like your carry distance goes 97, 108, 127. That's a pretty big gap.
That's a big
between your
gap.
56
So
and your
what do I
50.
need to do? Do I need to add a 52 or do I need to, and take, so that's, but it's good to
But
know.
I mean, it jumps as well to your
Yeah.
pitching wedge.
Yep.
So with that, we can look back where it covers the gap
Yep.
is your 80% swing.
Yep.
So it goes from 108 to 121,
121
which
to
is more
140.
manageable.
Yeah.
So it kind of jumps back and forth, which covers your gaps, which is
That's
good to do
good,
for
yeah.
club gapping. So we got 141 with your pitching wedge,
Yeah.
152, 172. That's a 20-yard gap there.
Yeah.
That's a big one. But let's see, we got 166 in between those
Yep.
of your 80% with your 8-iron, so that's
Yep.
great. 176, that was very similar. That's a close one. Then it jumps to 182, 198.
Yeah.
Overall, I mean, obviously, it's very hard to be to the yard
Correct.
over and over again.
Yeah.
So, what would you say the plus or minus with these is? Like with your pitching wedge, maybe plus or minus 3 yards?
Correct.
Or excuse me, with all your wedges, and then as you get up, a
A
little
little
more
bit
leeway.
more, yeah. And then that's where that 80% comes into play.
Yeah.
Hey, you have a 180-yard shot.
Sweet.
All right, well, full, I hit it, 176, carry with a 7-iron. But, or do I hit a 6-iron 80%? What does
Yeah.
that look like? So, yeah.
And ultimately, you have your numbers looking at 2. Caddy gives you the number, and
Yeah.
you can be the one as a player eventually to pull your club.
Correct.
Make
But
the
it
decision.
helps me talk through it. I
100%.
have to, because then if I don't, then I'm getting lazy, and then I'm just like, oh, whatever.
Yeah.
And then that's when that's when it messes up.
Sweet. Well,
Awesome.
that's the whole bag.
Thank you.
This is going to be money when we're out on the course and
Oh, yeah.
winning tournaments. So, catch you next time.
Catch you. Catch me outside. How about that?